What's going on, YouTube? We're out here in Clopton, Alabama doing a 500-foot driveway. We got Blake, he's already on the 75, conditioning that soil, getting it graded out nice and smooth. And then I'm gonna come back through with the 97 and compact it before we put our weed mat barrier down. Before it's, a lot of people call it road fabric is what we call it. And then we've got tons of crush and run granite material getting delivered. We got 500 foot in total. So sit back, enjoy it. This is what I do a lot of my times, is build roads to pole barns or homes out in the woods. So that's what we're doing today. Blake's already getting to work, so I'm gonna get my butt in there and get to work and hopefully make some money today. Right now we're laying out this weed mat control barrier. I don't like it sticking out the sides, but we've got a good little overlap here in the center so that we don't have any grass growing in the middle. I'll kind of roll this out. Blake, roll that side out, and we'll stake it every so often. If you're looking at it on camera and wondering why the fabric doesn't look as wide, it's honestly because we kind of prepped a little wider than we may have should have. Customer is expecting a 9-foot wide driveway. This is 8 foot wide of weed mat to leave 6 inches on either side for rock to come out, but the fabric not to show and get ripped up. It's not only visually, it's functionally too. You don't want your fabric showing. All right, first 100 foot of fabric's rolled out. Try to get these, at least the first truck dumped. Second truck's probably gonna have to dump a little bit back there behind that low spot in the bend. So what you think? Leave this open for now, start on weed mat right past it so we can get both of them dumped? Yeah, I know. So leave this all open until we get it raised up. I reckon the first truck can go ahead and dump. Yeah. We're gonna do the same thing right here for the second truck. I know it's not ideal. I don't like it either, but we would go ahead and do this all symmetrically, but we ain't got dirt, so I don't know what to do. Yeah. We'll get this ready for you. You reckon first truck will make it the whole way?
It should.
Okay. We're gonna try to get this laid out. While I'm compacting this, me and Blake, Ryan will go over there and show you that first truck dumping on that fabric. He's gonna center up on that fabric. To catch you up on this, what's going on here, I was gonna have them dump and roll out, but as you know, drive out as they were dumping, like I did on the first load. But I told them, I was like, man, since they're the only 3 drivers in our county right now, told them just dump these, go ahead and get me the fill dirt, which I thought was gonna be first. We had a little miscommunication, I guess, but the fill dirt should have been first, is what I was thinking, and have this graded out nice. We knew we needed 3 loads. Now we need 3.5 because the dump truck got a little shitty right there on the side. I told him, I said, load me heavy so I can patch that, and he started laughing, but I definitely got to fix that before we leave. What's going on with the roof?
So it was supposed to be brown metal and got sent galvalume metal. So it's currently about to get swapped out. It's always something.
The whole roof was galvalume, was supposed to be brown.
The ridge cap, I think, is actually brown too.
The ridge cap is brown and the roof panels are galvalume. Whoever put that kit together, how could you even mess up? Every day you cannot make this stuff. Every day is like this.
It's always something.
You order something, you got email confirmation saying which color it was supposed to be. You got text message. Not only, I mean, text message and conversations is not that important, but actual orders are important. So how do you look as a, what do you call them, technicians that put these kits together and load the trailers? How do you look at an order, put ridge cap metal that's brown on a trailer deck, and then go back, get some Galvalume roof metal, and then put it on the same trailer. And you don't put 2 and 2 together and say, damn, this looks messed up. Boy, it's steep as hell. Dude, they're going to have a problem.
Pulling up in that thing right there.
Yeah.
I got a little scared there.
The Corolla got shitty at the beginning.
I had to unload this yesterday on the opposite side of the road. And then when I pulled in here to turn around, the back end of the trailer was up like this. It was only had 2 wheels on the ground.
See, people make fun of lifted trucks with big tires on dualies, but every single day we're on a job site like this. I would have never made it in that driveway if that truck didn't sit up like that. The trailer would have just bottomed out. Coming in.
Yeah, it's a huge lift.
You kind of have to go at an angle.
Drop.
If you go straight in, it's going to...
Yeah.
The trailer will drag it.
But everybody's always like, man, you don't need that big truck. I'm like, dude, honestly, I didn't think so either. But yeah, I kind of do need the big truck.
Compensating.
I am compensating. I didn't say I wasn't compensating. Definitely compensating. But I do need the truck for work purposes other than compensation. All right, we're going to get to work. Open right now.
Okay.
You know, ain't no problem. You video? Yeah, you ain't showing him, right? All right, so essentially the state has to come out here and tell us exactly what kind of cuts they need in the pipe, how much pipe they need. We knew it was probably going to be 40, and I knew exactly where they were going to want the pipe, but essentially all that is checking a box, getting some paperwork signed by the client, and making sure we're doing things the right way. So that the state, because the state, man, I've seen them, they will literally come out here. If you don't do this process, they will come out here with a backhoe or an excavator. They will literally tear your driveway up if you do it yourself, even if it's perfectly to code. If you don't do this process and get paperwork signed off, because they own that property right there that connects to the road. So also we talked about building this up a little bit, because maybe you can see it's a little closer now, maybe you can see, but it's super low. It's super high at the road and it drops down 10 foot. It's got to be 10-foot drop right here. So we're gonna build this up. So that's one thing we talked about with him too, is making sure he was cool with that, which he was. All right, so we got our dirt. We got one dropped right there, one load. Second load dropped here, third load dropped. We dropped only half of that third load there. We got the other half here so that we can have more room, because this is our main problem area. And a full load there, obviously, because that's a real big problem area too. Any bit of fill dirt we have left over after we grade this out nice, we're gonna take it back to the building pad where we're gonna build a big barn out here for these guys. So that's gonna be in about a week or so. Getting the road good for all of our concrete trucks and our rest of our dump trucks is what's important right now. Having clear access to the build site is what we always like, so that's what we're out here doing. So yeah, we just ate lunch in Abbeville. Now we're about to get this smoothed out, see how it turns out. Much done with the driveway, just have to dress it up a little bit more and then it'll be completed and we're off to the next one. All right guys, so check out the road. It's about to get dark, but we did finish up the road. Looks really good. The soil conditioner from Bobcat does a great job at kind of grading it out. So we got our fill dirt right there at the bend, more fill dirt right here, fill dirt towards the road, kind of leveled that out, packed that in really nice. Got our road mat, our road fabric laid down, and then our crush and run all the way to the road. We're gonna do a culvert pipe up there soon. I know the audio is probably terrible right now, but the phone is pretty good in low light, and it's pretty low light out here. And it's about to get dark, so I wanted to end out this video. Check out the corner. We'll walk over there a little closer and show the guys. turned out really nice right here. I'm happy how this turned out. We built this up real nice, got it packed in good. Went around this corner, widened this up, cut some limbs. Blake cut some limbs with the chainsaw. And then we're gonna be building them a building out there to the right of this driveway. So we'll have concrete over there to the right and a big barn that we're building. If you have not seen it already, check out my last video. I uploaded a video on my completed barn at my house, so it turned out pretty good. If you're interested in barns or shops, check out that one. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you hit a thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.